Hey everybody, it's James from WealthQuest. Today we're going to talk about Fed policy. I know it sounds boring, but there's a lot of ways that it can actually impact you. Headline after headline around the Fed has been talking about this unprecedented accommodation that they've been pushing into the economy. And we've been getting a lot of questions from clients. What does it mean? What's it going to turn into? What are the consequences of all of these things? Well, part of the problem is when you hear the line unprecedented, it means it's unprecedented. We don't really know what this level of accommodation is going to mean. We do know that there are some indicators of where we're heading. One particular piece to keep in mind about what the Fed has done so far is they have promised darn near $4 trillion of accommodation for the economy. That does not mean they've pushed all that in yet. It just means that's what they are committed to doing, and they may do more. Some of the things they've said they're going to do don't even have a cap to them. There's fiscal policy as well. That's what Congress has passed. Think stimulus bill, stimulus checks, things like that. When you add all of that together, it's over $6 trillion. The GDP in the fourth quarter of the U.S. last year was $5.4 trillion. So they have actually pushed in over 1/4's worth of GDP into the system. There is no question there will be consequences to that. Most likely, we're going to see inflation in the future. When that much money is washing through the system, it creates pressure in prices. We tend to see inflationary pressure pick up. And so that means we need to pay attention to staying ahead of inflation in our investments. It's really hard to do that in cash and safe investments right now because the Fed has also dropped interest rates to 0. If inflation is 3 and you're making 0 in your savings account, it means you're going backwards over time. And so these Fed policies of reducing interest rates and increasing accommodation into the economy can really mess with what you need to do with your investment portfolio. What we want to focus on now is staying ahead of inflation and making sure that the dollars you've saved for the future will pay for the things you hope they would pay for. And that is what planning is all about.